Welcome to the NBA Pub Hub, Pub Sports Radio, Thursday, May 12th. Ian Cameron, Dutch Boy Fresh, TROT WAM, Derl, our Thursday guest with us as well, as we're ready for a couple of big Game 6 matchups in the NBA playoffs tonight. Do or die for the Sixers and for the Mavericks on their home floor. We'll see if they can survive and push this series further, much like we saw the Memphis Grizzlies do in stunning fashion. Basically taking the will and the fight out of the Golden State Warriors. That's assuming there was any there to begin with.
Yeah.
As the Memphis Grizzlies just destroy Golden State and just a humiliating loss for the Warriors. I don't care that they didn't give two shits about the game, which clearly that's what it looked like to me. But to lose like that, inexplicable in the playoffs to be that bad. And in the other game, what can I say? Breaking our heart, guys. The Boston Celtics. Just a bad fourth quarter, bad finishing stretch. Couldn't make stops, couldn't box out and get rebounds when they needed it. And look, give Giannis credit. Bloody and kept playing and made a big three-pointer to really give the Bucks a real chance to come back and take that one. Very, very disappointing from the Boston Celtics. Now they got to win a must-win game in Milwaukee in Game 6 coming up in order to stay alive in that series. So kind of a frustrating night, but hey, new day. New opportunities, two new games. Let's get to it. We'll start with Miami and Philadelphia. We've got the Heat up 3-2, looking to close this thing out tonight in Philly. We've got the Sixers, 2.5-point home favorites, 206 the total in this one. I just get the sense Sixers are probably going to force 7. The more I think about it, you look at the way they played on their home floor this series. They've been great. Embiid's been great on the home floor as well for the Philadelphia 76ers. And, I'm just disappointed. I only kept the bet on Miami small in Game 5. I just thought, Philly's taken some momentum away. Maybe they can hang around, but the Heat just put an end to that quickly, 120-85, a 35-point beatdown over the Sixers in Game 5. But this is probably the spot for the Sixers to step up and be a whole lot better. And we've seen it here so far in this series. They shut down Philadelphia. You look at the way they played in Miami the other night. It was just rough offensively. 31 of 85. They were collectively shooting just 36%, 28% from three-point range. And Embiid at a quiet, by his standards, 17 points. You got Harden with 14, which wasn't great. Harris with 12. Then nothing from anybody else. Niang 0 for 6. I mean, he was totally useless the other night. Tyrese Maxey only 2 for 10, then 9 points. He struggled from the floor. You got to think some of those guys back home will play better. Not going to be easy against a good Miami team defensively. Miami's got the veteran leadership, the pedigree to close it out. But, NBA, this is their best chance, you guys. The conspiracy hat on. This is their best chance for a 7-game series in the second round. And I think there's going to be some of that here, where if we can give Philadelphia a little extra call to go their way, we'll take that opportunity to do so. So I'm going to take Philly here. I'm going to be smart, though, and safe. I'm going to go money line here instead of the -2, 2.5. I'll go -135 here with Philadelphia money line to take this to a 7th game. I just think we're going to see one here. I think Miami's going to definitely win in Game 7, but I think we will get to a 7th game in this series. Dutch, what do you think here, Miami, Philly?
Yeah, man. Real quick, salute to the ladies, gents, and D-gents for tuning in. You already know it's all love. Hey, be sure to hit that motherfucking like button like I'm hitting this plane of super soap. Get you right where you need to be. Yeah, man. Hey, big shout out to our guy AOD, JB Brown, Carolina Capper. I see you. Mr. H-Town, LJ in the house. Polly Walnuts, I see you. I need money. Yes, I do. I need money, especially after that last night ass whooping. Took it right on the goddamn chin. I see you, my guy. Slow Jams, good call. He said no. Wasn't he the one that said no respect for the Bucks? Good Lord. God damn. I'll give you props on that one. But shit. Yeah. Today, I'm with you, Bobano. I'm with you, my guy. I'm glad you came around because you've been kind of, iffy washy on Philly at home. And I believe, they will get it done tonight. So I'm glad we're gonna be on it together. It's what it is, man. It's going back to Miami for Game 7. Miami, they punked these boys the other night, so expect to get your best out of not only Embiid but the whole cast. We need obviously Maxey to have a better game. What do you have? 9 points, fucking -25, 2 of 10 from the field. Embiid -29. Come on, had 17 points. Looked out of it from the get-go. We touched on a little bit. Motherfucker was a little pouty, like a little rascal with the, not having the MVP. You know what I mean? Like, come the fuck on, bro. Grow the fuck up. But I believe
straight bitch.
Right, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Come on, man. I looked into a little bit after we got off, and I'm like, oh man, come on, D. Can you just shut the fuck up, please, bro? It's an award, and it ain't even a team award. It's an individual award. You're talking too goddamn much about it, bro. So they handle business tonight, but I do believe Joe B will have a little mean mug looking face tonight. He'll be aggressive. Let's be honest. I mean, they really have nothing for him. If he would get on the block instead of catching the ball 12 to 15 feet out every fucking time, just get on the block, big man. They got nothing for you. Catch it 3 to 4 feet out from the hoop. And don't be scared of that contact. You'll go to the free throw line 15 to 20 times, and he'll have 35 plus points, I believe, and they'll win the game. But if you're going to stay out there on that perimeter all the time, man, it's not going to be too nice for us. But I do expect Maxey to get back. Maxey's averaging 19 at home, struggled on the road. Same thing with James, averaging 24 in Philly, averaging 16 in South Beach. We know that motherfucker ain't, what he's doing in South Beach. He's not focusing it. There ain't shit to do in Philly. So he's on lockdown. He's getting ready for this game 6. I believe we'll see a better James Harden. Maybe not the version of game 4, but a little bit more similar to that. And it's just going to be the supporting cast. Another thing further here is they shoot lights out at the house. They're shooting 48% in Philly. They shot 23% from deep in Miami. So not only Maxey, Harden, the whole supporting cast is shooting better at the house. So I expect that 3 to be a big issue here. And Miami actually is 0-5 ATS last 5 playoff games as a dog. I like that. And they shot 21% in Philly from deep compared to 37% at the house. So Miami hasn't shot well in Philly from deep. Philly has. I look for that to continue tonight. And I'm all over the Sixers minus. I'm with you, Bobano, minus 135. I believe that's pretty good value. And there are 5-1 ATS last 6 at the house as a favorite. So give me the Sixers tonight. But yeah, man, it's going back to MIA, and you already know what's going to happen.
All right, liking the Sixers as well here and I like the Maxey props. I do like it. I mean, 18 and 21 from Maxey in Game 3 and in Game 4 here in Philadelphia. Home cooking, right? The familiar, cozy, friendly confines of your home court. Sometimes that's all it takes for you to get back on track, and I think you'll probably see that from Maxey. 19 and a half is his prop. I think he'll get 20. I think he'll get over that number. So that's one that stuck out to me in terms of player props on the Sixers side tonight. Wham, what do you think here, Miami, Philly?
Yeah, man. It's just a tough game, bro. This is a tough game for me. I do agree with everything you guys are saying. I think it adds up to be that way as far as this game being like a home cooking. I think the home team has won 7 straight times in this series. So it's obviously just been a good home cooking situation there. And I do agree with the Maxey plays a lot better today. If I was to be playing this, I think I would be with you guys with Maxey to get 20 points and Philly to win at plus 210. That'd be the way I'm looking. But I just don't trust Glenn Rivers, bro. We can't call him by the other name. We're gonna call him Glenn, man. And I just don't trust, bro. And I don't want none of my money on him at all. And like you mentioned, Dutch, looked like that boy was crying a little bit too much, bro. And they could really sell it in today. As much as we've seen the Golden State sell it in, you start losing, bro. I could see this team selling it in. So that's why I'm staying away from this game, bro. But I hope y'all win.
All right, that's nothing wrong with that. These, especially later in the rounds in these competitive series, sometimes passing is a good thing. Derl, how about you here? Heat Sixers.
Yeah, one thing that rings true with these games is the home team wins the first quarter and they cover.
Yep.
They win the first quarter and they cover. So if we're going to stay on brand with that, I do like Philly at home -1 in the first quarter. I think that's probably the best Embiid you're going to get. I'm scared of the full game. I'm with you on that, Wham, only because I just don't know how they're going to bang around Embiid and how he's going to be second half. So it is one of these games to where you did hear Jimmy Butler talk on his post presser about they're not really concerned about the offense. The shots will fall. We just need to tighten up on our defense. You see this total being the lowest total out of the last 5 games, right? So they banged that down to 206.5. So looking at this game, if we're thinking there's going to be defense played, and that's what probably the game plan is, then it's probably going to be a slower first quarter as well, because that's when you can concentrate on your actions, get into, different situations that's going to probably help you until you start having these mental breakdowns, if you will, that happens later on in the game. So I do like Philly first quarter. I like the under 53. In Philly, they're kind of split. They went over one quarter, they went under another quarter. So if I'm going to get into this game, I'm getting in and out. So I already stepped on it. I like Philly as the home team, that is the narrative here. The home team wins the first quarter and covers. So if you're going to give me -1, if you got a desperate game by Philly, it's most important that they come off to a quick start. And you have Miami saying that they're not concerned really, or Jimmy saying they're not really concerned about the shooting. That's going to come. Let's get our defense in line. Then I do like Philly to kind of come out and play their game and play it good, at least in the beginning. So I do like Philly first quarter -1.
All right, Philly in the first quarter,
like that
-1 for Derl. But again, you can't argue with it either. Home teams in these first quarters, the ATS track record here in the postseason has been very good. We'll see if it is once again for Philly tonight and for Dallas in this next game as they face elimination against the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix up 3-2, Game 6 in Big D. Phoenix 2.5-point road favorites in Game 6 tonight. The total currently 211 across the board. Pretty much 2 actually across the board with Phoenix as road favorites. I think this is ending tonight. So I think Philly's going to force Game 7, but I think Phoenix is going to wrap it up with Dallas tonight. I mean, that just wasn't a beatdown. That was a big-time beatdown over Dallas, 110-80. They just took it to Dallas and said, we're not screwing around anymore. And we have seen a track record of the Phoenix Suns being able to close out a series on the road like they did against New Orleans, in the first round. They did it in Game 6. When they were up 3-2, I thought they played a very good road game. They made the plays late down the stretch to close out that game, close out that series, both ends of the floor. Their defense was phenomenal, I remember, in that closeout game against the Pelicans in the last round. Dallas will be a little bit more difficult to close out tonight probably, but Phoenix has that ability to, I think, put their foot down and close this out tonight as far as I'm concerned. And look, Dallas has had a great season. Luka Doncic he's finally taken a step. This is a good season overall for Dallas, even if this is it for them tonight, because they finally got a playoff series win, which they hadn't had for Luka Doncic before this year. But I think we've seen enough from Phoenix that they've got the capabilities to go on the road and put this to bed and avoid a Game 7. So I think we're going to see one Game 7 with Philly, Miami. I don't think we're going to see another tonight. I'm going to look toward the Phoenix Suns here. Same with Philly. I would go with the money line at -130. Just take that instead of -2. I just feel always a little bit safer doing that with the small favorites. So Suns money line for me. I think they end it in 6 tonight in Dallas. Derl, let's start with you here with Game 6 with the Suns and the Mavs.
Yeah, I'm going to home team. I'm going to be a little risky here. Dallas right now is 3-2 in first quarters. They also cover spreads, right? So if we're talking about kind of a desperation game, last game, man, they went off first quarter, right? And you start living and dying by the threes, and you see that happen in the game, actually in the fucking game, to where they didn't need to pull up these threes, right? But they try to get these leads. You already have Book that plays a whole first quarter, so they're going to play. The Phoenix Suns are going to play their specific game. But Dallas really tries to get ahead by having Luka go off really early. You can't stop him, right? And then you got these glue guys that are going to make these threes, whether it's Bullock, whether it's Dorian Finney-Smith. It's just one of these things to where it's hit or miss. I really don't like this series. I really don't, to be honest with you. This is probably my least favorite series out of the 4 games that are being played. I do believe Phoenix gets it done, but also give me Dallas in the first quarter. I think they come out with a certain tenacity. I like Dallas first quarter. They're home dogs for a reason, right? And the line has moved to Phoenix. It was at 1.5 and now it's 2. So I do just going to stay on brand as always. I think Dallas can come off strong in the first quarter, come up ahead in the first quarter, and then just trick the shit off right later on. So it could end tonight. You see the rivalry between Book and Luka Doncic. And so it's one of those things, man, to where if they've got to play a complete game, they have to play a complete game. And when they play complete games, they win. Luka's got to give you 40 at that too. But I just think Phoenix also wants to get it done tonight, and they probably will. But I think Dallas is an angle in the first quarter as well. That's where my money is. Dallas first quarter plus I've got it at -105. Excuse me. That is money line. Dallas money line in the first quarter at -105.
All right, liking the Dallas Mavericks here early, just like with Philly. Home teams in the first quarter. Again, that continues to be the dominant theme here in these playoffs. I want to mention, too, I'm also going to bet the over here because I'm reading everything out of Dallas, Doncic and Jason Kidd. And they asked Brunson about it too. Faster, move the ball faster, push that pace. We got held to 80 in the last game because we were too slow moving the ball up the court. And they said, we can't have that tonight. When we had some degree of offensive success earlier in the series against the Suns, especially, the 2 wins and then game 2 where they pushed Phoenix a little bit, they were trying to push that ball in transition. And I know they're betting this thing under. I get it. It's an elimination game. These are 2 pretty good defensive teams. Phoenix is an elite defensive team. Dallas is a very good defensive team. I understand the people liking the under, but from a pace standpoint, there is a focus for the Dallas Mavericks tonight to push pace much better than they did in game 5 when obviously they got stuck with 80 points in that loss in Phoenix. So I think the more this total drops, I'm kind of interested going the other way, especially when you hear this stuff from Dallas. They want to push the ball tonight. So 211, I might look over that number here. Wham, what do you think, Phoenix, Dallas?
Well, Aiden should have 40 points last game, bro, but he's such a softy. Such a softy, bro. Along with some of these other big men, we're going to have to call them the finger roll twins or the finger roll boys or something, because that's all they want to do. They don't want to dunk down there. But they did hold down the paint, bro, 44-24 in the last game. And like you mentioned, Ian, they're going to need to get the pace up because they're not able to get those quick shots off. For example, Reggie Bullock, a lot of his shots came in transition like threes, and he only got 5 attempts. He's got a big fat 0 out there for cardio. They got to get that boy out there to get some more shots. So playing a little bit more faster, they're going to be able to shoot more threes. That's going to be able to exploit the same defense, or at least have the same success that they had at the house. Now at home, and we already know about after a loss, this team, Dallas Mavericks, pretty good, 25-9 ATS after a loss this year. At the house as a home dog as well, 8-5. Not too much sample size there, but they still have a positive record there. So I could see the theory to take Dallas here. I'm not touching any of this side here, though. I believe that it's going to be one of those mano-a-mano alpha games, like my guy Dutch will say. And I believe I'm going to put my money on the true alpha here. I'm going to take Devin Booker over 27.5 points at -104. I think he's going to hold it down, keep it going. I know my guy Dutch doesn't like to hear that. I love Luka the Don too. Don't get me wrong. I love Luka the Don too. But in this series, I think it's just going to be, if you're going to close out the game, you could get your shot. You know that they're trying to take out CP3 on defense. You know he's going to be tired on offense. You need to be able to do that if you're that superstar that you are. So I believe that if that's the case, if the pace is up, it's going to be more attempts even for Devin Booker to take and isolate. So I like the 27.5 over for Devin Booker. I think he gets 30 tonight.
All right, liking Devin Booker here. And how about AOD in our chat? Booker a little bitch, Mavs in 7. How about that? Bold call. Well, I like Dallas. It's not that I don't like Dallas and I'm turning my back on Dallas. I'm admitting who they're playing. They're playing a freaking loaded Phoenix team that I think means fucking business and wants to get back to the NBA Finals and finish the deal this year. That's tough to go up against that if you're the Dallas Mavericks. There's no slight on Dallas. Good basketball team. Luka's going to be phenomenal. He already is. But you're up against Phoenix. It's just that's the way it goes sometimes. It's just a tough matchup. What do you think here, Dutch, Suns and Mavs?
Yeah, man. Shout out to our guy Nets Bets. Elliot V, I see you, my guy. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, just cop these fresh products for the summertime, my dude. Mills, I see you, my guy. Gerald Jones, what's up, my guy? Viper, appreciate you joining us. Everyone out there said what's up. I forget in this motherfucking chat. But yeah, I like the Mavs here. I believe my man Derl had said that first quarter. I'm all over that first quarter. We were on it. But last time at home, I didn't step on it in Phoenix, and my man Daryl touched on it. They handle business. But this is also, I like the Mavs first quarter because we know we give my guy Luka the Dar. I know Wham Bam say he's not the true alpha. Come on now, I fuck with Book. I fuck with Book. Like
I knew that was gonna get you though.
Man. It's Luka the fucking Don and Nathan else. But yeah, so I expect him to do his thing. We get him for the first 12 too. The whole first quarter, I touched on it. I like that. It's a beautiful thing to me. So yeah, -105, -110, plus a half, whatever you can get on that first quarter. I believe the Mavs will be up at the end of one. Now the Suns are 0-5 ATS on the road in the first quarter this year. They've been outscored by 10.5 points in games 3 and 4 in Dallas in the first quarter. And then we look on the other hand, the Mavs in first quarter are 5-0 ATS at home this year and in the postseason. So let's ride that trend. Let it continue. Dallas is in obviously do or die fucking mode. And these little motherfuckers, man, I got a lot of respect for Book. I like DA. The Phoenix Suns are my team to go to the fucking Western Conference and win this bitch. But they talk a lot of shit. And they got to show some respect to Luka because he's been busting their ass every fucking game. I know they ain't won every game, but Luka gets off every fucking game. Nobody can fucking guard him. I mean, let's be honest here. And he be punking him, putting a little shoulder into him. I mean, these motherfuckers can't got nothing really for Luka. CP3 don't even want to see. This motherfucker's having nightmares about Luka the motherfucking Don. So yeah, man, this game 6, I got a little plus 110 full game on Dallas. I endorsed the first quarter a lot more, but I did bet the full game with value. I think this is going back to Phoenix for game 7, man. You're going to give me Luka the motherfucking Don and these boys. They're going to show up. These motherfuckers talking too much shit, in my opinion. This is about, we know Luka will show up and do his thing, and I believe we will get not only an A game, but an A+ game from the Don. But this is about Brunson, DFS, and Bullock. These three guys have got to contribute. Not just one, not just two, all three of them. I don't need 30 from Finney Smith or Brunson. I need 20, I need 15, I need 16. I need solid games led pretty much by Brunson, I would say. But DFS and Bullock, they got to hit open shots. They got to contribute. The two games at home, these three averaged 53 points to combine, and obviously those are 2 wins. The 3 games in Phoenix, they combined for 30 fucking points. They've been MIA. So show the fuck up at home. Dinwiddie, Cleaver, do your thing. Bertans, if you want to hit a 3, go to fuckhead. But don't be chucking too fucking much, bro. But yeah, man, let's get this game. First quarter, that's good money. Plus 110, that's some good value right there with the Don. We're going back to Phoenix 3-3, my man.
All right, so game 7s, double dip of game 7s, according to Dutch. Like in both home teams to force
we need
a
something to do on the
game.
fucking weekend, right?
Need something on Saturday, which is when these games would be played. So Saturday would be game 7 for each of these 2 series. So if we get them, so Miami, Philly, Phoenix, Dallas, Dutch rolling with the home team, Sixers and Mavs to get it done here tonight in these 2 games. So, like I say, I actually like the over in both games as well. I forgot to mention that with Miami, Philly. I lean over. It's been under first 5 games. That's been the pattern so far. So, shooting was terrible for Philly in game 5. I don't even think it was terrific necessarily for Miami, but back here in Philly, I'd expect there to be more points. I'd expect there to be better shooting percentage, especially from Maxey and Niang and some of these other supporting cast members of the Sixers. So I like the over in that game there. Miami, Philly, just go with the zigzag on the total. 206 and a half is the total there. I think the over definitely a good bet there. I like that just as much, if not more, than Philly, to be quite honest, the total in that game. And I'll maybe get to that again in just a second. All right, great stuff with Dutch, with Wham, and with Derl here on this Thursday edition of the NBA Pub Up. Hit that like button. We appreciate it very much. 215 live viewers. We'll be right back in just a second with the best bets on this Thursday slate, Dutch's freshest look as well. Southtown 101, when you're in San Antonio, Texas, stop in. Great food, drinks, live music, DJs, karaoke. Southtown 101. Manscaped promo code PubSports, 20% off your purchase. Lawnmower 4.0 or any Manscaped product, get 20% off with promo code PubSports. And mybookie.ag, promo code PubSports, NBA playoffs, NHL, Stanley Cup playoffs, MLB, UFC, USFL, WNBA, which Ski Profit is killing right now. J Money as well, many others. WNBA, a very beatable market right now. So make sure you check all that out. MyBookie.ag, Bitcoin accepted currency for your deposit. MyBookie.ag, promo code PubSports. All right, best bets, Dutch's freshest look to get things going here. Wham, let's start with you. What do you like for best bet?
Yeah, it's going to be the Devin Booker over 27.5 points. Got to get to the 30s here. You got to get some help for Chris Paul. So I expect the pace to be there, like my guy Babeno said, and then go over the 27.5 points. Let's get it, man.
All right, there we go. Player prop best bet for Wham here for this Thursday NBA slate. Derl, what do you got for us? Best bet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the flow here. Every home team for the Philly and Miami game, every home game, the home team has won and covered the first quarter. So I'm going Philly first quarter. That is the look I'm going. I just think it's a lock here. That's where I'm at.
All right, very strong. And yeah, you think Philly early too, facing elimination, backs against the wall on their home floor. That first quarter, they come out with something pretty strong. First 12 minutes, get off to a good start. Philly first quarter for Derl with best bet. All right, Dutch, freshest look.
Yeah, man. Freshest look. We're going straight to Dallas, man. We're going with the biggest motherfucking star, Luka the motherfucking Don. But we doing like my man Daryl doing. We getting in and we getting the fuck out. First quarter, get the minus 105, get the minus 110, whatever you can get. The Mavericks will be up at the end of one. That's good money.
There it is. Dallas Mavericks, first quarter for Dutch here with his freshest look. You can get that currently right around, it looks like with the first quarter at, half. Pretty much money line pick 'em right around that range. Dallas Mavericks first quarter for Dutch with his freshest look. My best bet's going to be that over in Philly. Miami, Philadelphia, over 206 for my best bet. Just riding the back and forth nature of this series from a total standpoint. We had unders in games 1, 3, and 5, overs in games 2 and 4. So the odd number of games in this series have stayed under. Even number of games have gone over, and teams have made their adjustments. You know, you get a lower scoring game. You'll try to improve the offense and focus on the offense and fix the offense. You're off a high scoring game. You try to work on your defense a little bit, and it's lower scoring. So now I expect both teams to really. There's an opening for both teams to shoot better than they did in game 5 in Miami. And I think you'll see that here tonight. Heat Sixers, game 6, over 206 for me for best bet here for this Thursday card. All right, that'll wrap up this edition of the NBA Pub Hub. We thank everyone for joining us. Hit that like button. 240 live viewers. We appreciate it very much. I know Derl and me, we will be on with Jose tomorrow morning, betting with Bouquet. Filling in, of course, for Jimmy the Bag, who's on vacation. So looking forward to that. Make sure you check out, I believe they're doing the nightcap tonight as well here on Pub Sports Radio. Make sure you check that out as well. Great live betting type of show. Shoot the shit as the games are going on. Great stuff there. Make sure you check that out. All the program. Razor Sharp's got horse stuff usually on Friday nights. There's going to be stuff on the weekends for UFC. So make sure you check out Pub Sports Radio each and every day. Lots of great content on the channel. For Dutch, for Wham, for Derl, I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Thursday night. Enjoy the games and good luck. We'll talk to you again tomorrow on Friday for another edition of the NBA Pub Up right here. Pub Sports Radio. Dutch, take us home.
Yeah, man. You know where it's at, Pub Sports Radio. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the video. Yo, salute to the real ones. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed. Let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah, man.